What's up, PL Tech Reviews fans, and welcome back for another video. If this is your first time watching my videos, my channel is all about how everyday technology can become more accessible for disabled people. Since I am paralysed from the neck down, and I really have an interest in just seeing all the different ways that technology can become more accessible for people who have physical disabilities as well as other types of disabilities as well. In this video, however, you're just going to see me reacting to the latest Apple news, that being that Final Cut Pro is finally coming to the iPad, and I'll then give you my thoughts and reactions to that at the end. Now let's get straight into the video.
Having the ability to be able to make anything wherever we are, especially us, is the best thing for our workflow.
I'm sorry, this is so cool. I threw a beat breaker on here and put it in halftime.
Subject, which is the falling pineapples, and added colorful backgrounds. And then I just drew a couple of words. It's really cool because it automatically animates, so I didn't have to put in hours of work to do it.
You can film it straight into the project.
Right, so overall, my thoughts. It's absolutely brilliant that Final Cut is coming to the iPad, but I am slightly disappointed that it is only coming to the iPads with an M1 or an M2 chip and everything that comes out after that. But on a slightly better note, I am slightly happier about Logic, because that is something that I've heard is going to be available on older iPads, so my 2018 one should be able to run it. As I said in my reaction to the not limitation, what's that called? As I said in my reaction to the DaVinci Resolve news and app coming to iPad, I think it's something that I would like to rent in an M1 iPad or an M2 iPad to try. And that's one good thing, because I did find somewhere this morning that allows me to rent in new tech to see how it is, so I'll definitely be renting in an M1 iPad to see how it works with Final Cut, and just to see what my thoughts are after that and how it compares to the older models. I'm just going to click over onto the newsroom site, however, just to see if I can find out any more information that I can react to in relation to it. Yeah, so out of the features that are being introduced to Final Cut for the iPad, I do think I like the idea of the scene remover, and that's going to be so much more helpful when it comes to needing to add in backgrounds without having to use a green screen. as I use currently when I'm making videos, and I do think it's also going to be good that you can use references, and I think it's great that that third-party content will be supported in future. For the people who are like myself, however, and who have a 2018 iPad Pro, at least we do have other alternative apps that we can use. DaVinci Resolve has just appeared a couple of months ago, and I've been able to download it onto my iPad, so that's at least something that we can get. And LumaFusion is also still a pretty good app that we can use, so even if you can't afford to upgrade your older iPad Pro to a new model or anything else, or even loan it in, like, we're still getting good apps. So if you don't necessarily want to use Final Cut for the iPad, then yeah, we're still having good enough apps without upgrading. The only thing that I sort of do agree is slightly disappointing is that users are going to have to pay a subscription service, and that's for $4.99 a month, or about £50 a year. The only thing I'll say in relation to this is keep in mind that Final Cut for a Mac, yes, is a 300 something payment, but it's a one-time payment. So does that really make sense on Apple's part to make it a subscription service when the Mac version is a one-time payment? It wouldn't bring me off it completely. However, on another note, I am really happy that Logic is really bringing in a really creative interface, so we'll be able to mess around with instruments and everything else, and use styluses to scroll through, although I just hope that it isn't just limited to an Apple Pencil, because I have been advised not to use the Apple Pencil. But anyway guys, that's all of my thoughts. Please tell me in the comments if you agree with everything I said, and if you would like me to talk a wee bit more about this, I'll see what I can do in future. So I will be back with another video as soon as possible, but until then, hope you enjoyed the channel, and please consider liking the video, commenting, subscribing and sharing, especially if you also like the idea of finding out ways of which technology can become even more accessible for disabled people. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!